Hey everybody, and welcome back to SnowRunner. Today we're going to be working on the Price of Victory contract. This is a new contract that is on the second map of the Search and Recover DLC. In this task we have basically three things we need to accomplish. First thing we need to accomplish is we need to find a metal detector module. Now, I've already technically found that. In fact, I've even got it equipped here on the truck. But the task was not, or the contract was not activated when that was done. So it did not pick up basically that we had done that. I'm going to go ahead and visit that location to basically clear out that part of task. Contract, I guess I should say. Making our way up from the garage. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this truck. Got a little bogged down there in the mud. So overall, the truck seems to do pretty darn good. Also got the low saddle installed on the truck because after we discover the metal detector module, I'm going to basically equip this with a sideboard trailer. Because the second thing that we need to do is we need to basically use the metal detector to locate two armored cars. They're stranded out in the wilderness. And then we need to basically transport those armored cars back to the airport. So we're going to also have to equip a crane truck. So I've got another truck already equipped with the heavy crane. So logistically, the truck that has the crane on it is bigger, and I would really prefer to use it for the for hauling the trailer. Problem is, oops, we need to go this way. Problem is that the this metal detector module only fits on certain vehicles. Happens to fit this vehicle, but it doesn't fit the other truck that I want to use. And we basically need to use the metal detector module to locate the armored cars. We equipped this truck with the crane, we wouldn't be able to equip the metal detector module. Find it, so we make do with what we can. I would say if you haven't already found the metal detector module, activate this task or contract before you do. And that way it will clear out this requirement. You don't have to come down here just for the sole purpose of basically hitting a trigger. All right. Accomplish that task. show you where we are on the map. So as a little frame of reference, here is the tunnel. We have the airport where we found the Cuz 108 Warthog. Here. And then this is where the metal detector module is. And now we need to basically drive to the lost BA-20s over here by the river. Take a look at the contract. Price of victory. During the war, our forces were on the offense in this area. Not everyone reached the objectives. Some armored cars were lost in the snow. Try to find and recover them, and do pack a crane with you. You will need it. Now we need to drive to the lost BA-20s. Metal detector is recommended. Both armored vehicles need to be retrieved. 1,600 experience points, $15,000 in cash and prizes. Got mud tires equipped with chains. Doing that because we will have icy conditions that we're going to need to navigate. So I am willing to give up a little bit of the deep snow traction in favor of a significant amount of ice traction. Especially on our drive to the airport. Got a pretty steep, icy road to drive down. I'm sure lots of folks are excited and wanting to see the bomber recovery contract. Well, this contract is a prerequisite to that. Basically, you can't do the bomber recovery until you have completed the price of victory. Should be able to load the sideboard trailer with our metal detector. I'm really hoping I won't have to equip a third vehicle for this mission. I will tell you guys, this is the second time I'm doing this contract. I spent an entire night last night trying to do this contract, and let's just say it was a abysmal failure on my behalf. I'm using the off-road trailer mod. I'm going to give these trailers a little bit higher suspension, better ground clearance. Hopefully they'll clear these boulders better. Got nice, good turning with the metal detector module. Didn't impede us too terrible much. Anyone knows a good way through here, I'm going to be all ears. Try to find a good way around this, and I've not really found one. I have to avoid the tree that's across the road. Now, when I had my abysmal failure on this task or contract, I was trying to use the Arctic Cat, which of course has just mud tires. Man, I really couldn't take the easier route to deliver the BA-20s. And that truck is, one, slow. Two is well, it only holds one car, one armored car. So I was pulling it, and then I had a dollied sideboard trailer behind me, and the Arctic Cat has like 0 turning radius, and it just made my life royal pain. I'm hoping the use of the semi-trailer here will make it easier on me. One, complete the task. Two, easier on you all to watch it. You're not going to see me roll the truck 7 times. In theory, you would have found the metal detector module. Then you'd come back to the garage. And of course, then equip it. Equip the metal detector module. And again, this isn't going to be available on all trucks. Kind of like the seismic vibrator isn't available on all trucks. Metal detector module is also not available on all vehicles. Codex, can we do? I don't even know. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I really just wanted to do that to refuel it. There we have our crane truck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tow this behind our crane truck. A couple ways to get to where we're going to go. Big Tegra. Got mud, chain tires for it also. Take a look at the map. We've got to come over here to Lost BA-20s. So one short-ish route is to come back here to this farm and then go around this ridge. There's a whole lot of big rocks up through here. I'm pretty hard going. And then come down to this, and then make our way down the valley to this really cool waterfall. Then basically up the river. Get to there. We're going to do something that I think is a lot easier. We're going to follow this road around. I'm going to cut through the swamp. Sorry about that. We're going to cut through the swamp. And then we're going to just kind of duck around the ice here. I've gone ahead and cleared this roadblock, but I can tell you there's some deep, deep snow through here. Not as fast as just cutting through the ice. I'm going to cut around the ice over to this point and then drive up the river. Get to here. Hopefully by towing this truck with the Tegra, we'll save fuel on it. Got quite a long drive once we have the BA-20s loaded. I tell you, I prefer the other crane. Seems like the American trucks have a different loading crane. And I really prefer that to this crane. Feel the crane legs, stanchions, the supports, whatever you want to call them, they really extend too far out when they are folded up like that from the truck body. And it can really cause some grief when you get into some really narrow spaces. That may be something to think about, is to use a truck that offers the red crane as opposed to the yellow crane. I think the red crane's support legs are closer to the truck body. Yeah, when I failed this thing, oh my gosh, it was at least 3.5 hours of just wasted time. Well, let's say wasted time. I did learn. The full scope of what was needed for this contract. When I did it last night, tried to do it last night, I didn't realize I needed a crane. Thought I could just use the truck with the metal detector module. Basically says drive the two cars back to the deliver the cars back to the airport. I thought maybe they would be drivable. Maybe they would be loadable, like auto loadable. No, they require crane. You shouldn't have as much trouble getting out of the swamp. We're actually going to leave this crane down here because the bomber is in the same general vicinity. Spoiler alert. So we're going to need a crane for that. So really, we're bringing the crane over here for two things. Hoping those legs wouldn't get caught on those rocks. Now, if you have a truck, sadly, we can't. It looks like we could. When we get to our destination, I'll show you it. I wish we could use the small loading crane, metal detector module, and haul a trailer all with one truck. That would be so awesome. It kind of looks like you should be able to with this particular truck, but it won't let you. Only loading crane or small crane or metal detector module. Skirt these rocks here. And around the thin ice. I'm going to drop the winch. Switch, turn off the engine. I'll drive this up here. And just park it for now. Too far away to change trucks. See how we've got the gap between the cab and metal detector module? I was really hoping that we could equip that small loading crane in the back of the truck and equip the metal detector module and then also a trailer. That would have been so awesome. No, they won't let you. And now we need to come over here, drive to the BA-20s. Right, now it says deliver the BA-20 armored car ×2 airport. Oh, where's the armored car, right? Let's go down here and let's use our metal detector. Okay, nothing. Alright, so that is because we need to technically find armored cars. Let me tell you where they're at. One right here. And there's one up here. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this truck back over here and stage it. You could probably not use the metal detector. I'm guessing, you know, if you got close enough to the BA-20s, they would spawn. I'm not going to try it. Basically, I want to get up here to a point where I can kind of stage this truck. Really more stage the trailer. I don't want to drive this trailer up into these locations. This should work. So if we activate our metal detector, scan, you can actually see the car up there right now. Do another scan. Closer. Okay. Already found it. Now if we check our menu, our map, there it is. Over here and hit that one. Remember how I said we had a lot of ice to navigate? Well, here is some of that ice. Do a scan. And there's the second car. Okay. Go ahead and get this hooked back up to the truck. You see why we didn't want to bring the big trailer down here? I mean, if you're willing to make two trips, you could just have a single truck with a sideboard and trailer module on the back of it. And no, you can't equip the metal detector and a sideboard trailer. That would have been nice too. So the reason we're Even the trailer down here, one, you'll see when we get up there, it's not easy to turn around, and two, we're going to use the crane and drive the armored cars down here. The armored cars really don't seem to have much weight on the crane. Probably because they're so old and kind of so rusted. Getting low range. See, really isn't a lot of room up here to turn around with a big semi-trailer. Okay. Go into train mode. Let's lower or no. Yep. And thankfully the armored car, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to have any collisions on it. I am doing this on the public test server build, so maybe that will change when this goes full release. Okay. Crane mode. Drop that there. Head over here and get, obviously, the second car. Again, this is exactly why you want chain tires. You've got ice, you've got boulders, got a lip, and a hole. Alright, park here. Train mode. Try not to get turned around. Back out of here. We'll just back out of here. Another reason why we want to keep the load low is we're driving with it. Don't want to have the top heavy crane roll us over. Okay. Train mode. there. Cargo. There we are. Now let's hope we have enough fuel to get back to the garage. So, just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to go ahead and just cut the recording here. And I'll meet you back up once we get back to the garage, get ourselves settled, fueled, and then we'll resume our trip to the airport to deliver Price of Victory. And that will unlock the bomber contract. All right, well, we are actually going to change out our truck for the Tegra. And the reason we're going to do that is I was looking at the Star of Sky. Star in the Sky, that is the plane wreck. And we need to drive to the airplane wreck. It's actually way over here. I thought it was over here. I thought it was in the same spot as our armored cars. No, it's way over here. Completely different section of the map. And we need the wide flatbed semi-trailer here. And that is a saddle high trailer. So I took the crane off the Tegra. I took the saddle low. I didn't put the saddle low on. I just have it empty. Because I'm hoping that I can there goes that idea. I was hoping I could have no saddle on the trailer. And then just put a saddle and then just purchase. Now let's see if it works. Maybe it's because I never owned either saddle for this truck. Maybe they've changed it, so you have to have the right saddle installed. It doesn't auto saddle. And I loaded the crane because, you know what? I don't know. I always just worry that I'm going to... Nope. You have to have the saddle. Alright, so that changes plans. We're going to have to recover this truck back. Bring it back and sell the trailer. We did get this trailer up here without any hassle. This is a bigger truck, more powerful truck. Anyway, so we'll have better ground clearance. Be able to get through the mud. We'll be able to get through the deep snow, big boulders. We do have a fair drive back to the airport. Plan is to take this road all the way around, go over the bridge here, and then back up and around the airport. So it is a fair bit of a drive. Nothing like the drive I was trying to use with the Arctic Cat yesterday. Couldn't take that down this main road. You're going to see here in a short bit, if you don't remember, this road is really steep and icy. And the Arctic Cat has great mud and snow tires, but no ice traction whatsoever. Yeah, I really wish there was a way around that. I can only imagine Trying to drag a regular semi trailer through here. Just out of range. Oh my gosh. On. There we go. Oh, just out of range. Oh yes, finally. I really don't like this area. First time trying to come through here with a big semi-sideboard trailer. Come on, get off, stuck off this. Oh my gosh. Rocks, I hate them. Alright, let me get this cleared up. Alright, we got free of that situation. I really honestly just finally thought about, what if I hook a winch to the back of the trailer and pulled me through? That worked. Didn't want to go around this because I thought the trailer might get hung up. Would be a great time for mud tires. Except I need ice tires coming up that hill. If you don't have ice tires climbing that hill, you are in for a big problem. Same goes for this area right here. All ice. And we have this very steep decline. Don't want to be coming down this without chains. Steep off camber, as you can see. Stop, 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 stop. All right, save the load. Sideboard trailers for the win. There yet. Go ahead and come around here. Oh no. No. Concrete plank that's supposed to be there is gone. No. Oh my God. Supposed to be a concrete plank there. It's gone. From when I had my futile attempt last night. I got that red trailer hung up on that concrete pad. It's missing. It was missing yesterday, and I thought, well, maybe it'll just spawn in. Go to a different region. See, right there, right here. It's supposed to be there. Gosh, it's not there. Oh. Alright, so I went and reported that in the SnowRunner public test server bug reports that that thing just does not seem to be wanting to spawn in. Now I backed up the save game, and then I thought, well, let's just go for it. And I was able to bridge the gap and power through. Did get over there. I am not excited about that being gone permanently. Especially since it doesn't appear that you can ever fix that bridge. So, you know, I mean, I can phase through poles, I can phase through trees. Why can't I phase through rock? Then I get weirdest camera angles. So there we are. Destination. On the other side of that fence, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to bust through that fence. Shortcut, I hope. So guys, there you go. That is the price of victory. Both armored vehicles retrieved. Check. That was only 6. I was supposed to get more than 1,700, wasn't it? And that now unlocks Star in the Sky. Back in 41, one pilot got shot down not far from here. Managed to survive the crash and return to his comrades on foot. Thank you to recover what's left of his plane. Oh, you need a lift. You would need a trailer and a crane for that. We have the flat wide bed trailer. And we have to drive that to the airplane wreck. Yeah. We need to deliver fragments of the wing with the engine, parts of the airplane fuselage, and pieces of the airplane wing. Metal detector is recommended. Saddle high is required. And a crane. Guys, we will be working on that one next time. Can't promise we're going to be able to do it all in one part. Pretty vicious. Trip around there. And we're probably going to need to make 3 trips, possibly. Recover all 3 sections of the plane, maybe. That will be able to bring the entire plane back in one fell swoop. Until next time, keep those wheels on the ground.